If you are a client in therapy, or if you happen to be a therapist and you would say that your therapist challenges you or calls you out, or if you're a therapist and you would say you do that for your clients, please comment or stitch this and help me make sense of this. A few different times I've seen TikToks from therapists talking about how good therapists, like a big part of what they do is to call you out, maybe on your BS, maybe just call you out, maybe just challenge you. A lot of times this is kind of put with the idea of that they don't just validate you. I have two therapists and mine is going well, so like I'm not worried about my own therapy. I'm just curious about what people mean by this, because I don't necessarily feel like my therapists call me out, but they also don't like just exclusively validate me either. But I just find it interesting how it seems like there's like a section of people who think that like really the most important thing therapists do perhaps is call you out. And I can kind of understand what that might look like in certain situations if somebody is like really like not living their values, or is like mistreating people, or like breaking the law or something like that. I guess like that you would really need somebody to be like, hey, that's not cool, or whatever. But for clients who aren't doing those like stereotypically bad things, like obviously we all have areas where we want to improve and need to improve, but if we aren't doing like stereotypically bad things, then what would that call out look like, or what would that BS even be? Like, I don't understand that, I guess. And I guess maybe as a little bit of a caveat too, is this for clients who aren't prone to like being too hard on themselves already? Maybe like, is it for people who are always kind of making excuses for themselves, or not taking enough accountability, to where people who are on the other side might be different than that? This is kind of like, when I've seen it, it feels like it's like a very universal thing that they're suggesting. Or at times I've wondered if it's what they're saying is like pointing out somebody's patterns that the person themselves isn't seeing. And so if that's what is meant, then is it less likely to happen for people who kind of intellectualize or like overanalyze themselves a lot already, to where they might be kind of prone to picking up on their patterns on their own a fair amount? Details always help me, so if you can give me like a specific example of like what might be said, that would be amazing.